Hi guys, so today we're on to our next video. I changed the setup. I'm going to write on the same paper that you guys will have, and today we're going to solve multi-step equations using inverse operations. Hopefully example 1, A, B, and C are review. We're going to walk through it. Okay, so A, 2.5x minus 13 equals 2. We should already know that we should be going in the reverse order of operations. Some people teach that as PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, and then addition or subtraction. So here we're going to start with addition or subtraction. That's minus 13, so we're going to add 13 to both sides. Something a lot of people don't know is when we're adding 13 to the left side, negative 13 plus 13 will give that 0. So all we'll be left over with is 2.5. Let me rewrite this. Is 2.5x. And that equals 2 plus 13, which is 15. All we're left now is to do our inverse operation. So if 2.5 is being multiplied by x, we're just going to divide. Okay, 2.5 divided by 2.5 gives us 1. So that'll leave x alone because 1 times anything is just itself. A lot of people will say cancel or eliminate. It's okay to think that too. So now we're on our right side. 15 divided by 2.5 will give us 6. X equals 6. Alright, so A, let us review our reverse order of operations. Now for B, another tip we have to remember is to simplify or combine like terms. So we have negative 12 equals 9x minus 6x plus 15. I see two like terms. That is 9x and negative 6x. So 9x minus 6x, that leaves us with 3x. The 15 doesn't have anything to combine with. Negative 12 is all alone on the left, so now we have our new problem. Our next step is going to be minus 15 on both sides. Negative 12 minus 15 gives us negative 27. And then on the right, all we have left over is 3x. Our next step is to use that inverse operation and divide both sides by 3. Negative 27 divided by 3 is negative 9. And that equals x. Awesome. Moving on to C. What's funky about C that we haven't seen in the other ones? We have 2 times 1 minus x. All right, how I'm going to teach to do this is to first distribute so we can simplify. So we're distributing that 2 to the 1 and the negative x, which is just multiplying. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. Then we have our plus 3 equals negative 8. All right. On our left, we have some simplifying to do. We have 2 and positive 3. 2 plus 3 will give us 5. So 5 minus 2x equals negative 8. So on our left, what is our inverse operation? Well, we have a positive 5, so that's the same thing as saying plus 5. So if we have a plus 5, what are we going to do? We're going to subtract 5 on both sides. We'll be left with negative 2x equals negative 13. Okay? So our next inverse operation is going to be to divide by negative 2, and x will equal 6.5. So sum up what we just learned. Our first step is always going to be to simplify, so that could include distributing. And also combining like terms. Okay, and number 2 is to inverse the order of operations. All right, so 1, 2, and 3, you guys are going to go ahead and do those problems. Remember, what did we talk about? Those like terms. We also talked about distributing to simplify. Example 3. Use a table to find the number of miles X you need to bike on Friday so that the mean number of miles biked per day is 5. So we have to assess our information. We know how many miles we have biked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We are being asked to find the X amount of miles we biked on Friday. Okay, so that's kind of what we're solving for. So we're going to find the mean, which is also the average. So when we take the average, you add every single day up and divide by the number of them. So we have 5 days of the week. We know all of them are going to be divided by 5. Then we're going to add 3.5 plus 5.5 plus 0 plus 5 plus x. And what do we want our mean to be? 5. So this all needs to equal 5. All right. So when we look at this, the first thing I see is this huge fraction bar. That also means division. So what's the inverse of division? Multiplication. So we're going to multiply each side by 5. Okay? So we're going to be left with 3.5 plus 5.5 plus 0 plus 5 plus x equals 25. Okay? You got to remember to combine those like terms. So 3.5 plus 5.5 plus 0 plus 5, that will give us 14. So then we'll have 14 plus x equals 25. This last step is easy. We're just going to subtract 14. Subtract 14. And x will equal 11. Okay, so we know that on Friday, the biker is going to need to bike 11 miles, so his average daily ride is 5 miles. For number 4, 5, and 6, you guys are going to practice that on your own. Remember to pay attention to what your variables mean. Let's look at number 4. The formula D equals 1/2 N plus 26 relates the nozzle pressure N of a fire hose and the maximum horizontal distance the water reaches, D. How much pressure is needed to reach a fire 50 feet away? So we're trying to find out the pressure, which is N, that's needed to reach a fire 50 feet away. So what does that 50 stand for? D. So when you plug these in, you're going to need 50 equals 1/2 N plus 26, and then solve. All right, so go ahead and do 5 and 6. I'll see you in class.